Y'all doing out there? This is Easy Work Boxing. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell if you want to see more of the videos. You see the topic. I'm sure everybody been talking about this topic. Terence Crawford versus Conor McGregor. I speak my opinion, my 2 cents on this. Y'all know how Easy Work do. Now, first hearing about this, I was happy. I was not happy in the form that this was a big fight for Terence Crawford, although in the world of entertainment it is. But in boxing, I was happy just that his name could even be mentioned with a McGregor. And I want to give a little shout out to Bob Arum for doing it, because I think all publicity is good publicity. And by him even mentioning Terence Crawford's name in line of this fight with Conor McGregor, at least shows initiative that he wants to promote Terence Crawford just a little bit. You know, Even though I'm sure everybody is like, come on, Terence versus Conor McGregor, it's the fact that Bob even put his name out there. That's what I think that people need to understand with Terence Crawford and Conor McGregor. A lot of people are criticizing him, Bob, this. I hated that he over there with Bob. But by Bob even mentioning Terrence's name with McGregor, it goes into other homes. People, even if they don't know Terence Crawford, they'll wonder, man, who is this fighter Terence Crawford? They talking about fighting McGregor. So it could go good and bad with him trying to promote that fight. One thing I like about the fight, if it was to happen, is the fact that Terence will fight him in an MMA fight and a boxing match. Now, that's the difference between an exhibition or a Floyd Mayweather or a Manny Pacquiao match. Terence is willing to even step in there and go into the MMA ring and fight. So that's the better situation of if Terence was to fight Conor McGregor than a Floyd Mayweather or a Manny Pacquiao. Now, the bad part about this situation is Bob Arum really just throwing this out there, or is he just talking trash? I mean, because I know Terence Crawford will be up for the fight. That's a big mega payday for Terence Crawford. But is Bob Arum just talking and running his mouth just to mention Terence's name out there, and the fight won't potentially happen? And it won't be Bob Arum's fight. At the end of the day, it's who Conor McGregor decides to fight. I think Conor McGregor will go for his biggest payday. In my opinion, I think the bigger payday would be Manny Pacquiao right now. It wouldn't be Floyd Mayweather. And I know people are going to disagree with that because they had the biggest box office pay-per-view numbers. But I feel like due to the fact that Manny Pacquiao has beat Keith Thurman, he hot right now, I think that more people will go and see Conor McGregor versus Manny Pacquiao. And plus, what I'm saying, Manny Pacquiao got that Asian Filipino look, you know what I'm saying? So it'll look more like an MMA style fight more than anything. And I think just off the back of the strength of Manny Pacquiao, his name and what he's doing, that'll be a better fight than Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor right now. But this is good and bad for Terence Crawford because, once again we have to sit up there and we have to deal with the fact that he's not getting the big fights he deserves. I'm sure we all ready to see the Manny Pacquiao, the Errol Spence fight. But, unfortunately for us, the real boxing fans out here, we understand what's really going on, that nobody really wants to get in the ring with Terence. So I guess he have to go other routes to try to get paid. But y'all know how I feel about the MMA fight and the boxing. I don't agree with it. Me personally, I feel that Terence should not take the fight. I think he need to be more focused on fighting the welterweights in his division, not going out the Conor McGregor fight. I know a lot of people sit and say, oh, you finna go with Terence fighting. No, I'm not going to agree with that. I don't agree with Terence Crawford going out there fighting Conor McGregor. But at the end of the day, this is Terence's decision. He's the one going to be out there making them M's. So if the fight was to happen, I think it's good publicity for Terence Crawford. It's keeping him relevant. It's putting his name in households. So by Bob even mentioning it, that's why I'm happy for him. Other than that, I don't want to see Terence Crawford fight in an MMA fight. But if it was to happen, it's a better deal than you would get with fighting a Manny Pacquiao or a Floyd. At least Terence Crawford would be willing to step in the octagon and fight. You know, now that's how I could say if Terence was to go over there and beat Conor McGregor in the octagon, then I give him a win because he went over there and he fought in this man's profession. Now Floyd fighting Conor McGregor in boxing, I didn't want to give him a win on that because that's an advantage. Conor McGregor doesn't train on boxing. And even if Terence Crawford does defeat a Conor McGregor, he'll still get no credit. They'll really break down the fact that he's an MMA fighter. They wouldn't give him the credit that they gave a Floyd. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. If Terence Crawford was to fight Conor McGregor and whoop him, they wouldn't give him no credit. They'll say, oh, that was an MMA fighter. He should have been trying to fight Spence. He should have been trying to fight such and such. They wouldn't even give him the credit of beating McGregor. But I'm sure it don't matter to him as long as he get that payday. And then it's a bad look on Terence as well because if he goes to fight them, the whole public of boxing will be like, well, why is Terence going to fight Conor McGregor when he should be fighting these opponents? Then it's going to be looking like Terence Crawford is really ducking these guys. You see what I'm saying? If that fight was to be scheduled, that's one reason I don't want to see that fight happen. Because I already know what's going to be said, what people are going to be saying. Terence is trying to find a way to duck. He don't want to fight Errol Spence because he's trying to go fight Conor McGregor. But then you got to look at the point of people saying, oh, Bob Arum don't promote Terence Crawford. Well, he did then. It's looking good for him now. At least Bob is mentioning his name in those type of fights. If that's the case of what people want to say, well, Bob don't want to promote him. I don't understand people saying that. Bob Arum is in the sport to make money. Why wouldn't he want to make good paydays for himself and Terence Crawford? By him even mentioning Terence Crawford versus a Conor McGregor is letting you know that Bob Arum is willing to make good money. Errol Spence fight or Manny Pacquiao fight is good money. But he can't make Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao fight Terence Crawford. He can't do that. That's what people need to understand. Terence Crawford cannot make them fight him. Because we want him to fight them, they have to sign a contract as well. So us talking and talking and talking, you know, at the end of the day, we have our comments. We could criticize all day. But I know for a fact that they don't want to fight Terence Crawford. They don't want to give him that chance. They don't even mention his name. From what I understand, I think that was on the last video, somebody told me that Danny Garcia didn't even mention Terence Crawford's name. And for good reason. Ain't nobody finna beat Terence Crawford. Whether it's Manny Pacquiao or Errol, he gonna beat both of them. And they know it. They know that. But me personally, I think it's gonna be Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. That's who I think gonna fight in May. Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. Because for some reason they are totally blocking Terence Crawford out the welterweight division as being a champion. They don't even mention this man's name. And nobody out there is really talking about that. I heard Danny Garcia didn't mention his name tonight. This man has a title. A big WBO title wrapped around his waist, and don't nobody want to go and take it. This man got to be mentioned for a Conor McGregor fight. Because the fighters in his weight class don't want to fight him, don't want to mention his name, don't want to give him a chance to be great. They know what time it is. And I'm not even a Terence Crawford fan. I'm a fan of Keith Thurman. But they know what time it is. That boy finna be great. They trying to hold them titles back from his greatness, man. Undisputed in two weight classes. Undisputed. Like y'all see down there at the bottom, them 4 belts. He gonna have 4 belts, and man, ain't no boxer, ain't nobody gonna be fucking with Terence Crawford, man. Greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. If he get unified, undisputed in 2 weight class, greatest of all time, the GOAT. The GOAT. Show me another one that did it. Yeah. That's what they doing. They blocking that boy, man. They don't want to see him go out there and be great. They don't want to see him. But I don't think Conor McGregor would choose a Terence Crawford. For one, Terence Crawford is not a bigger name than Manny Pacquiao or Mayweather. You got to bring that factor into it. He is not a name like a Manny Pacquiao or a Floyd. But the fact that it was even mentioned is good. It's very good. To even have a boxing match and an MMA match, that could string people along to it. Hell, that would make Conor McGregor sign it. Even that'll make him sign the fight. Hell, even if he beat me in the boxing match, I got a chance to rematch him and fight him in my style of fight. And Terence Crawford said he willing to do it. He said all he want to do is just have some time to train for the octagon, and he willing to get in there with McGregor. But that's bad for Terence Crawford's career. You know, he shouldn't be in there kicking nobody in their legs. What's up, James? He shouldn't be in there kicking and throwing elbow strikes and all that. You know, you a boxer, man. You go out there, you leg strike somebody and break your leg or something like that. No. Let's keep Terence in a profession that he loves and he's best at, and that's boxing. Instead of having Terence go and fight Conor McGregor, the question we need to be wondering is why Manny Pacquiao or Floyd ain't trying to fight Terence Crawford. That's the question. Ain't nobody talking about. That's what people need to be talking about. Why are neither of those big names willing to fight him? Floyd, you willing to come back fight McGregor? Fight Terence Crawford. They supposed to be fighting. Say it'll be a boxing match first, and then it'll be an MMA match. That's what Bob Arum said. Spence versus Pacquiao. I can't count out Manny Pacquiao right now, our boxing, especially what he did to my boy Keith Thurman. I told y'all I have not watched that fight since he beat Keith Thurman. I cannot look at it. But I am not going to count out no Manny Pacquiao against no Spence. I will not. Even though I think that's the fight that should happen in May, man. Spence versus Pacquiao. That's what I'm hoping happens. Yeah, they doing fighting. I mean, they doing boxing and UFC. I don't agree that Terence should do either one of them. But if it helps him feed his family, gives him a big check, then my opinion means nothing. He got to do what he got to do. But as far as in the sport of boxing, I think right now is not a good time. That'll look real bad right now with what's going on in the welterweight division. And I'm sure Bomac them, they know this. They probably know 9 times out of 10 this fight ain't gonna happen. Conor, if he do fight one of them boxers, Conor is looking for the biggest payday he can get. It's not really about the challenge. Because I'm sure we all know Terence Crawford will go out there and walk on Conor McGregor easy. That's without a doubt. And Terence is not going to wait till the 10th round to beat up on him. Terence going to get him out there as soon as he can. Terence going to get him out there as soon as the bell ring if he fight Conor McGregor. Now the MMA, I can't say. Because you know that's Conor's specialty. That's where his background is. But I think even in the MMA fight, Terence Crawford still may knock out Conor McGregor. I think he still will beat him. I think he'll still whoop Conor McGregor even in the MMA fight. Because Conor McGregor is a real offensive fighter. True Maserati, he isn't popular enough. That's why I don't believe this fight will happen. But my whole thing about it is that I'm just happy that his name was even mentioned. I'm happy Bob Arum even shot his name up in that. Just to give him people a chance to look at Terence. Yes, he tough. Yeah, Conor McGregor is very tough, but I just don't see him beating Terence Crawford in a boxing match at all. You got to remember he got beat up by a 40-year-old Floyd. Out of shape 40-year-old Floyd. So I know Terence gonna do the do with him. I know that. But I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do about this. It's a long way to go till May, so we won't know who Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao is gonna be fighting until probably about March, April. McGregor versus Clarissa Shields. That should be a fun matchup to watch. Yeah, but that's basically all I had to really get on here and say about that fight, man. Is good promotion for Terence. Name being mentioned. Bob Arum even mentioning his name is good, but in my opinion, it's strictly bad for Terence. It's something that he shouldn't even acknowledge for real. It's good to put it out there with his name in it, but he shouldn't go out there and fight him. He should not get in the ring with Conor McGregor. Right now, the focus is Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao. That's the focus for Terence Crawford. But it's easy work boxing, y'all. Thank y'all for y'all time. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the channel. If you'd like to donate, it's Easy Work 83 on Cash App, all combined. I thank y'all for tuning in, man. You go to community and see how to write the Easy Work. It's EZWRK 83. And hey, Nat, you gotta send me your email address, Nat. You gotta send me your email address, Nat. I've been trying to catch up to you. But hey, y'all, like I said, I'm finna go and jump off. Nat, send your email, please, at the bottom. It's Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.